Chris just said, I'm not a Madonna gay.
Her
Travis
antics,
is.
Then you're not a gay.
Her antics lately have just driven me
What
crazy.
antics? Have I missed antics?
She does have antics.
She has antics. She's trying to be
She had
relevant.
antics since I did the morning show on Hot 97. That's where I recorded this burp. I didn't do it in person, but someone I worked with did. It was.
Hi, I'm Madonna.
That was in the hallway. That was in the hallway of Hot 97. She used to show up with her CDs before she was anybody to get us to play them.
Girl knows how to
And
work
that
it.
got me my attention because
Hi, I'm Madonna.
I love a good burp.
I know.
I like her antics. I don't care what you say.
Now she's in a fight with Instagram because they deleted a photo of hers because she showed a nipple.
I'm also a fan of nipple and burping.
You're Team Madonna in that fight.
So I'm so Team Madonna on all of it. Pro burp, pro nipple.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, Robert and Flo. That's what we need. A little good old-fashioned Robert and
Hey,
Flo. What are you
gabagool.
doing? What's going on?
Gabagool.
Oops. All right, you need to help Mommy. This is not working
I'll
now.
help you.
Hi, how you doing? How you doing? What was your Thanksgiving like? Little gabagool, little pasta fagool? What you got?
Fazul, not Fagul. Anyways, it was good. And I listened to this. I saw your picture on the Facebook there with you and your mother.
Yes.
And I was thinking this. Your audience, you're probably going to outlive your audience. If you know, if your mother's longevity is 98, there's no one alive today is going to hear the end of you.
That's why it's good.
Make
That's why it's good that I
Yeah.
have that my fan base is generally stays at around, was it 4 or 5? I don't know, just any of them. Sunshine Walking on Sunshine Girl.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Rangel impersonator. This is why.
Mama.
Yeah, hang on one second.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Stephanie Miller.
Yeah, she's the only one that's still going to be alive. My mom's almost 100, so yeah. Go ahead.
God bless. Listen, I saw my mom. Listen. This Thanksgiving, we did something out of the box. Scary Mary says we're all getting on the plane. We're all going to New York. Your mother, my mother, which my call it, she says her fantasy is her fantasy. Her dream is always to see the Thanksgiving Day parade, right?
Ah,
So me and my sisters, we made it happen, right? And let me tell you something. You go on the parade route, it ain't nothing like you see on TV because basically you would think the thing is running through the Bronx, but the people talk smack about the paraders there. It's kind of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they were booing marching bands. They're telling, hey, you have a whole year to practice.
It's very New York.
You know,
That's New York.
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Anyways, I called for Joel. I mean, we talked that Joel don't have an amplifier. He don't have a bag that, you know, to say what he wants to say. But he does. He's the president of the United States. And what he needs to do is that around 5 o'clock, before all the national news feeds get going on their programming, he needs to put together a 2-minute little sound bite and say, this is what I did today for you people.
Yeah.
You know, and let that play. And that every day drive it home. And then everyone on you know, who's a Democrat or a fan of Democrat can share it on Facebook or Twitter. By the way, I got kicked off Twitter. I'm like Trump. I got booted off there.
What'd you do now?
Did you remember to drop the gun and pick up the cannolis before you left Twitter?
Well, that was the thing. I didn't know you couldn't threaten people. You know, so.
Well,
All right, goodbye. It's just all right.
Jeez.
Now you've been
Really?
kicked off the Stephanie Miller Show and Twitter at the same time. I can't. Okay, now it works. All right. By the way, you know, besides being horrible people and grifters, is the Trump family, are they not all just weird? Did you see the Trump winery thing that Lara Trump did? First of all, I'm Mrs. Eric. Okay, so she married Eric.
Yeah.
by
She's
choice.
drinking,
By choice.
But anyway, she's ignoring her screaming toddler while she's drinking wine.
And a
just
candle.
like with her all, I'm dead inside eyes.
And a Trump candle, too.
Right, and she just tweeted complete relaxation, and it's her just looking at camera drinking while the baby's just like obviously in obvious distress, screaming and crying next to her. And Rude Pundit said, "Man, the new David Lynch movie looks disturbing."
Nailed it. Nailed it.
They're just weird. On top of, okay.
They're sociopaths. They have no compassion at all for any other human being besides themselves.
Yes.
Every single one of them.
That's like could be the country, and
Right.
Trump's just like whatever. Like, okay. Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene, really? Do I have to hear from the mayor of Crazy Town this morning? Okay.
Give everybody an update on the expectations that you have laid out for Leader McCarthy and how he's reacted to that.
Well, thank you, Matt. You've done such a good job pointing out the failures that we've seen in leadership. Number one, everyone saw me get stripped of committees as a brand new member of Congress, robbing my district of the ability to have representation working on committees. There was no action taken. As a matter of fact, our leader did nothing to defend me, did nothing to stop it.
Fight, 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 big bag of rats.
Green, green, she's Marjorie Green. She is the mayor of Crazyville.
It's big bag of rats. It's my favorite time of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Fight, fight, fight. You're all equally awful. Please, go ahead.
But what do we see happening? 13 traitor Republicans helped Joe Biden pass his agenda, handing their voting card over to Nancy Pelosi, and nothing happens to them. So here's what we have to have. I think we feel confident that in 22 we're going to take back the House, but we have to take back the House with the Republicans with a plan that are actually going to put it into action instead of talk about it on Fox News. And that is what I want to see happen.
Okay. She was calling people that voted for clean water in their area.
Right.
Traitors.
Yes.
Meanwhile, she is an actual traitor that was involved in the insurrection, the actual treason against the United States of America on January 6th. Okay, no, please go ahead.
So here's what leadership is going to have to do. Right now, we know that Kevin McCarthy has a problem in our conference. He doesn't have the full support to be speaker. He doesn't have the votes that are there because there's many of us that are very unhappy about the failure to hold Republicans accountable while conservatives like me, Paul Gosar, and many others just constantly take the abuse by the Democrats.
Big bag of rats. Fight, fight.
But she's turning on him.
All equally awful. You, Paul Gosar, Lauren Boebert.
Bitey.
Bitey.
She's the monster they
yes,
created.
Kevin McCarthy, however, is also awful. You are correct, and pathetic and spineless. Traitors. There's quite a bit of news of how Trump and people connected to him all seem to be
indicted.
I think Trump's told us about himself that he is a
he is a
we already knew that but okay. So the people that all have been pardoned by Trump, they can be re-imprisoned, can't they?
I am a traitor.
Right, I know that, and everyone that worked with you also. General Michael Flynn was among two advisors involved in national security briefings for Trump during the late stages of his presidency. A new CIA report details the type of questions that Flynn was asking and their information while he was secretly working for Turkey. As Hillary would say, Turkey? Yes. Most of Flynn's questions were on the Middle East and were quite tactical.
Turkey?
Yes. He was not only serving on Turkey's payroll, he worked diligently.
Turkey?
He worked diligently to hide it while serving as a top official on Trump's transition team. So he was getting information from the United States of America to help himself benefit because he was working for it. As I've often asked, did any of these people work for the United States of America?
I don't think so.
No, they all worked for
Turkey?
Right. Or Putin. For instance, Ted Cruz. This is another story working basically with Putin against the United States of America. Putin is fostering division in America by backing extremist right-wing groups. Cruz was asked about, he said, we're not quite there yet, but maybe on secession?
Yes.
Right. One analyst said it's important to understand that the modern secession movement is not a project of Lone Star pride. It's an idea that has been force-fed into the American conservative movement by Russia. That's why it was so bizarre to see Cruz duped by the Texit movement backed by Russia. As you recall, Bob Mueller indicted 13 Russians who were working with the Texas secessionist movement in 2016 to, are you ready for it, spread information about Ted Cruz during the presidential primary in order to help Donald Trump. Ted Cruz seems to think that the job of a United States Senator is to post on Twitter and own the libs, but playing at culture war can get people killed. Cruz either chief.
And I don't know if you remember this. Remember after Trump was elected, there was a Cal exit movement that fizzled out really quickly.
Yes.
But it was also Russian-backed.
Brought to you by Russia. Thank you. Okay.
And maybe
Turkey?
Right. You just, now that you found that, you're going to keep playing it.
I am.
Like
I
at
love
Thanksgiving, they've gone vegan, and she thought she was going to get tofurkey, and she said, you brought
Turkey?
I mean, really.